Hello everyone and welcome back to the Little Quilter. Today we are going to be continuing our journey on the Red Sampler Quilt with this block right here behind me. This block, I'm going to show you how I designed it in Procreate, and then we're going to jump into quilting it. As usual, because this quilt I'm doing the same background across the entire one, I'm not going to be doing a ton of background work on this. There'll probably be a little bit in there just because it's easy to move around the quilt with it. But if you guys are interested in that, then I will link here where you guys can go and watch the first block that I did on this quilt that shows you a lot of the background work that I did. But otherwise, let's jump into getting this quilt done. Alright everybody, that is this block mostly finished. I've still got some background to go ahead and fill in, but the actual block itself is completed, and I think it went okay. There were a couple of areas, specifically the ones, and I'll do a close-up too so I can show you, but specifically the ones in the center block, I felt like the quilting was a little bit too dense for the fabric, so it didn't show up as much, and I felt like I was having to go over the thread quite a bit. So if I had that to do again, I would adjust it. Now, you may have noticed that I did adjust it in that after I did the first block, and I did the little loops in the center, on the other two diagonal blocks, I did not do those extra loops in there. And that was mainly because I wanted to decrease the amount of quilting but keep the same style. And then I thought if I did them diagonally, then that would give us a little bit of that, like it was an intentional, purposeful quilting process, whenever it really was just an adjustment because I didn't think that it was looking quite how I wanted it to look. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the background quilting here, do this last chain block, and then I'll be ready to move the quilt up and move on to the next row of blocks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quilting video. As always, if you have any comments or likes or subscribe or all of those YouTubey things, then just leave them down below.